Welcome everyone. It's always great when Billy Squier puts out new music. It makes my day. This is a remix. He's calling it Don't Say No mix of Harder on a Woman. I did the original lesson, and frankly, there's something a little different, and that is in his video in this remix, you see him playing a little guitar live. Just a couple snippets, but it was enough for me to see drop D. So our sixth string is dropped down to D, and everything else is tuned normally. So we'll go over that. I've written this out again. So right below you could click on my notes and download that totally free. So the guitar starts out with a couple nice, well, it's a repeating lick that he does twice for the opening part, and it's basically hitting the open fifth string, hammering on to 3, and then hitting the open fourth string. We'll repeat that 2 more times, and then you'll hear him just hit the open D. So that, when I say open D, it's a D chord now because our sixth string is tuned down to a D, and then with our fifth and fourth open, that makes a D chord. All right. So that repeats. So after we heard that twice, we hear him start his vocals. And then he comes in with this A sharp. So again, because we're in drop D, we just bar across the 6th, 5th, and 4th at the 8th fret. Then he goes to a G, so that'll be the 5th fret. And then he plays a D chord, but you can tell he upstrums a little bit closer to the bridge. All right, and then he comes in with this nice little lick. We're going to hit the open 5th string, and then we'll hit the 3rd fret pulled off to open. And then we do the same pull off from 3 on the 4th string. And then we land back onto the 5th string at the 3rd fret with a slight bend. All right, then it cuts, and it's a cappella for a half measure. And then we come back in with our A sharp to G, and then D. There, he does, again, remember we're in drop D, okay? So this would be D, there's E, this will be an F, pulled down slightly, and then to open. So we're at the 3rd fret of the 6th string. And that leads them into the pre-chorus. A 4 count, and then we move up from an A sharp, then to C for a quarter measure, and then you'll hear them do this. All right, so I listened, because I wasn't sure if he was hammering on, but it does sound like a slide-in. Could be a hammer on. Either way, we're going to go back to our G to A, and then G, A. So it's G, I think he's sliding up to A, striking it again, and then coming back G to A. Either way, doesn't matter. All right, it's all semantics at this point. So now we're into the chorus. So for the chorus, I'll play it, then we'll speak about what he's doing. All right, then it repeats. So what he's doing is, the first time through this Harder on a Woman, he strikes this C, and he's going up to D, all right, and he holds it. So strike it, hammer in, and then hit it, hold it, hit it again. Right? Then he pauses. So it's a hit, pause, hit the second time. Little nuance, but I think it's worthwhile because it plays into the actual, rhythm of it. Then we do that last hit like we did there from the C to D, we do it up here to F and G. Now, again, he brings the guitar forward in this remix. One guitar goes up to the A sharp, but the other prominent guitar is doing this lick. It's a slide in on the 4th string up to the 8th fret, then hits 7, 5, and then he comes to the 8 and 5 on the 5th string. And it's a real slide in. All right, so does that twice, and then you'll hear, we'll slide F to G, and then we're going to hammer in from G to A, strike it after the hammer on, come back, and then hit again. We'll hear a little, it's kind of like a bridge. And, well, it is a bridge. It starts out with our A sharp, then a G, and it's more of a down, up, down, and then just a D. Again, guitar 2 is doing, and then it continues on, and you'll hear the keyboard, coming out. I wrote that out in my first lesson. I will add it to the notes in this so you could play the keyboard parts if you like to for something different. So I hope that helps everybody. Really, it's a great song, and very much appreciated that Billy's still putting new music out there.